And we're back with some more surviving Mars. And thankfully,
Funding
we've
received.
actually managed to find a way to get rid of the idiot trait. You see, you can't get rid of it with these sanatoriums. They can only cure a bunch of stuff, or is it? They can cure all of these conditions, but the idiot trait they can't get rid of. And idiots will have a 10% chance of basically destroying something they're in, or knocking something out so it needs maintenance. Basically, they're expensive and they slow production down of everything, so they're a real annoyance. However, if you treat them to WOO, it kind of gets rid of them as a problem.
What's WOO?
You had to ask. Without oxygen.
So all you do is, so you get one of these things over here and you set up your filters so anyone who's an idiot is not allowed in the dome. They're not allowed in this dome, or this dome, or this dome. So this is the only dome they're allowed in. And since this is the only dome they're allowed in, they all move in. And then, after a day or so, they should stop being a problem.
Delivery on the space elevator.
Now, one of the reasons we've moved them all in here, and the reason we're taking care of it, is this guy. Guru. Ugh, this trait randomly spreads other traits of this colonist to persons in the same dome with less than three traits. So if someone has less than 3 traits, he has a chance of turning them into a party animal, a nerd, or an idiot. You can't spread guru, it seems. I had to look that up. So, 1 in 3 chance that he's going to turn someone into an idiot. We've already got an extra idiot on the team. We don't need it. So, they've already managed to create 1 idiot, and they're going to keep creating more idiots unless we get rid of them. So, we're just going to leave them there, and that should take care of that problem. Excellent. Alright. Oh, and I accidentally landed our rocket. Well, I landed the rocket over here because it said it had no people in it, or no cargo, or no anything. Turns out there was colonists in it that I'd sent off on a mission and forgotten all about it when I loaded it up. So, yeah, a couple of them didn't make it all the way back to the domes. I think they were founders, so it's okay. We were probably going to get rid of them anyway. Problem solved. Excellent. Alright, should that basically, if we just leave that there, it gets rid of all future idiot problems as well. And we might even call out a few more. I'm thinking we'll be able to specialize. This solar farm turned out to be woefully inefficient, despite it being incredibly cheap. Like, just building this out of iron is nice and cheap, and you still have to put in batteries, and the power production is 5. It's 5 per solar panel. However, if we go over to this location over here, what I started doing is putting in wind turbines. Now, we got a couple of technologies for wind turbines that drastically improved their efficiency. The first one was frictionless composites, which doubled the power production. And then we also got our hands on polymer blades. Power production increased by 33%. So with both of those in, do we actually have to upgrade to polymer blades? I'm not sure it's worth the effort of spending that much polymer. You know, it doesn't matter. One of these here, we have we have put in 8 of those turbo-electric scrubbers that make sure, tribo-electric scrubbers that make sure everything inside this radius gets cleaned. So all of these are basically maintenance-free, unless a dust devil or a tornado or a lightning strike or something comes through and hits them. They will clean themselves automatically and just generate power. So right now we are generating 5,844.6 power. And our total demand is 1,392. So we're really good on the power front, and will be for a long time. We also have 69,200 power stored in batteries randomly about the place. Yeah, actually, those nuclear batteries are quite amazing in the power front. I don't think we need any more batteries for a while. But I think that's all of the power bonuses, and now I'm just queuing up research higgledy-piggledy. It's time to take care of population. Now, you see, the thing is, the population keeps expanding until they fill up all of the space, which is, well, that's going to become problematic rather quickly. So what we need to do is reduce the population growth. And, well, the idiots have shown us the way. So I think what we're going to do first, like what we want to do, is we can build biobots. And biobots are immortal, but they don't have kids also. So you can build them to fill a role and just make them a scientist or whatever forever, and then they never have any problems. As long as you keep them fed and watered and, you know, don't let them go crazy or anything, they should be grand. And as well as that, and I had forgotten to put all of these things on night shifts. You need to put it in a night shift, it seems, because I have been advised that when people come off, say, the evening shift, this middle shift here, the second shift, they're going to want to use facilities. And they use their facilities after their last work shift, which means you need to have a night shift available for everything. And since these ones were automatic, I had not turned on the night shifts on these, even though they were worked by bots, and bots are free. So I've turned on night shifts and everything. The only night shift we have for any other service thing is the infirmary, so we need more doctors, and some of them are going to need to work at night. I think I'm going to replace everything with smart complexes. Or actually, no, not smart complexes. I'm going to upgrade all the infirmaries to rejuvenation treatment, and this, it seems, restores sanity. This should hopefully make everyone not so crazy for working outside. But over here, we're going to put in, as well, engineers, just an entire engineer section. But first up, going to get rid of some people to slow down the birth rate because it's getting a little bit out of control. We already have like 6 kids knocking about the place. So this time we're going to make our WOO biodome. We're going to make that available to founders and discourage founders from staying in any of the other domes. That should mean that all of them will move into that dome, and that will remove some of the non-biobot population. Then once we've replaced some of them, we can start getting rid of the rest of the non-biobot population. In the meantime, we need to make ourselves a little engineering biodome over here. Oh, another thing I want to cover is solar panels and Stirling generators inside domes. There was a lot of comments about this. I was advised that if you put solar panels inside domes, they no longer required maintenance. They actually do. I think this might have been patched out, or maybe they also require oxygen to be pumped into the dome. There's no oxygen in this dome for obvious reasons, but unless you actually provide oxygen, then maybe I'll do that after I get rid of the current patch. I'll pump in some oxygen and see if it makes a difference. But right now, if you keep Stirling generators or solar panels in here, they do require maintenance. It's a lot slower as well because you don't have to worry about dust storms causing problems. Mission in
The
jeopardy?
recent colonist deaths are a worrisome trend which cannot be ignored.
Well, I mean, the troublesome rumor deters many valuable candidates from coming to the new frontier. That's okay. We're on the final arc thing, so we only have one. We don't need any more colonists. We can't actually call any more colonists ever again, so yeah, don't really mind. Mental
A
breakdown.
colonist just snapped.
Well, yeah, no food and no oxygen will do that to you after a while. Okay, that's very troubling and such like, but I think we've managed to get rid of a whole bunch of the founders. And a bunch of those were old anyway, so they weren't being productive members of the colony. And they're technically, like, they're pixels, right? Let's just not try to
A colonist has died.
get hooked in on this. They're just pixels. It's not a thing. Okay. Now,
A colonist has died.
I'm still terraforming some of this area because, well, Mars is just a little bit too rocky, and I figure terraforming a bunch of it is just easier than working around it. Ever since I started culling the population, I get a lot of red
Sitting at
warnings.
your desk. A
Huh.
strange
Okay, so basically you just have an hallucination.
Research complete.
Great. Mystery. Oh, there's a mystery in everything, right? Sol 258, you have witnessed bizarre hallucinations with no logical explanations. Right. And yeah, we're still basically just queuing up pretty much random research at this point because we've got all the good ones. I should probably figure out what those mysterious mirages are about at some point. Oh, and okay, this is a little bit darker than normal. What I was trying to do was figure out a way to take all the human colonists and dump them into this dome on the side for some WOO. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a way with these particular setups. There's quirks, which basically I could get all the Martian-borns and put them there, but, that's everyone. I could get all the bio-robots and put them there, but that's, again, pretty much the reverse of what we need to do. So I basically put biobots as a thumbs up here and then tried to reverse it for that to make it, no biobots, still wouldn't move them around. So eventually what I settled on was I figured I'd just go with age groups because biobots have a certain age they've got, which is adult, and that's it. So from now on, all the seniors, children and youth go into this one. Not the way I wanted to do it, but again, they are simply pixels. This is just all about numbers and things. And we've even stuck in a nice nursery for them and like smart
A
complex
colonist has
housing.
died.
It'll be fine. It just means that the population will stop growing and we don't have to worry about any complications. Be fine. Probably.
The day claimed our last
Oh.
living founder.
Well, rest in peace. It was, no one will know how that accident happened. Okay, multiple signals. This mystery is only getting deeper. Exit. What do you actually want us to do? Wait, we have to get to the planet or something? So, to become a little bit more self-sufficient and not have to buy everything from back home. I mean,
Research complete.
it's pretty handy to buy everything from back home, to be honest, but we're trying to get a little bit more self-sufficient, so we've set up an engineering district. In the middle, we have put hanging gardens. This will keep everyone nice and happy, because engineering is a stressful field. We've also given them all the usual accoutrements: casino, space bar, low-G amusement park, diner, infirmary, grocery,
Colonist has
grocer.
died.
Oh, upgrade rejuvenation treatment. Yeah, wait. No, there, perfect. Okay, now we've put in a machine parts factory to make the machine parts. We've also put in an electronics factory to start churning out electronics. That requires, damn it, the rare earths thing. So we need to put a rare earths depot over here. Rare metals, actually, max that out. Give us 180 rare metals. So the rare metals will get left there, and then we can dump them in to get turned into electronics. Okay, yeah, there's like... We keep getting some colonist deaths, but it's just populate. You know what? You know what's going on. Okay. At the same time, we are cranking out more colonists through here. This allows us to crank them out at quite a decent speed as well, so we can expand our population as needs be to fill up all of the gaps. Right now, actually, I should probably get into putting down more of these labs, or open up more of these for production. Go for it. So far, we don't actually need any of these people. It just sort of speeds things along. Our research is 2008 from excess power. We're not actually seeing any from people at the moment because we don't let them research at night. No point wasting the stress on them. I'm just going to chuck in, well, pretty much all of them. We're going to knock out as much of the researchers as we possibly can. I assume there's one of the endgame goals is to do that. In fact, what is our endgame goal? I'm not even sure. Produce 50 polymers. You know, we should actually get around to that. We've put a polymer factory over here. Yeah, there's going to be some inactive work shifts, but I figure leave some inactive work shifts on the ones outside because they're the most stressful ones. Oh, actually, is it? I'm not even sure they're stressful ones anymore because we have everyone's Martian born. All the non-Martian borns have been removed. Yeah, no, that should be grand. Oh, and you can land over there. What I want to get around to doing is knocking out all of these. I just want to get rid of the lot of them, just so if any new ones show up, I don't have to go searching through all of them to figure out which one's new and which one's not. Inner life
So much
childhood's
stronger this
end?
time.
Okay, so this guy's getting a bit trippy, sort of
Mia.
Dune vibes.
Her name comes back to you as she looks toward the
Okay.
horizon.
So basically you're having memories of having like 2 thumbs and 6 fingers and, you know, there's aliens on Mars at some point and yay. Okay, cool. In the meanwhile, back on Mars, proper, like, okay, I want to say back on Earth, but that's not, man, you know what, never mind. You land.
Anomaly analyzed.
Cool. Planetary anomaly analyzed, and we gain a bunch of polymers that we don't need. And we should almost be done on produce 50 polymers. At 19 of 50 done. Perfect. We shall knock out the rest of those. You know what? Let them go nuts. You might as well all get in as many as you can. We're basically producing people to go to college, so I basically just look here, see that we need 39 scientists, 26 engineers, and 5 botanists, and then just queue up some more biorobots. We're just, we can effectively just print people as we need them. Now, each one of these costs 10 electronics, so we do have to import some stuff to get it going correctly, but it seems to be working fine so far. This electronic factory doesn't seem very popular, though. I might want to specialize in the
Research complete.
factory AI. 20% production increase. Yes, thank you very much. Let's just, let's do that on all of our factories. That should actually save us a bunch of effort and time.
Colonist
Great,
after
great,
colonist
great.
into ever
Dreamers,
deeper
as it
states of
seems that
trance.
witnessing the mirage sends them into a deep hypnotic slumber where they experience intense emotions and physical strain. Attempts to wake a dreamer has proven disastrous. The colonists screamed, fell into shock, and had to be sedated to prevent a potential heart attack. As you read this, you wonder when you would become one of these unfortunate souls, unable to take care of the colony. Okay. Are these finished? Oh, I think we've extracted all the resources here, have we? Fine, so this has expired. Well, that's okay. We don't need to worry about concrete anymore because we've built this thing over here. The excavator. I was getting concrete issues, so I basically mass-produced some concrete and built this in the meantime, while importing concrete. Turns out importing concrete, super cheap. It's like 80 concrete is 240 million. That is nothing. Okay, well, okay. You have to bring in a cargo rocket. It's 360 million. But still, I only get 60 of it. But that's still pretty cheap to get in. Should not have happened. Should not have had to actually do that. But, you know, mistakes were made, and I let my concrete run low because I just thought it was a problem that was taken care of. You guys, why don't you land with your polymers, and then we'll send you off to the next mission. Slowly cranking through all of these. What I really want one of those to show up is one that gives us a breakthrough. Because right now, we still seem to have space for at least 2 more breakthroughs here. Preferably more. So I wonder if you play long enough, do you get nothing but all the you get eventually all the breakthroughs? And our next message up is Inner Light Psychometry.
Scientists
Yes.
has a new and
Right, so basically they want to stick the dreamers in an MRI machine to scan them. I mean, considering these people are having hallucinations, why haven't you stuck them in an MRI machine already? That seems... It's fine. Fine. I feel like they were kind of half-assing this. Okay, dream simulation. Push to decipher the dreamer's brain patterns while in a trance. Yeah, sure. We'll stick that at the top. We're plowing through the research at a distance reasonable speed. And this... Maybe this is why we can't find any more breakthroughs, is because we needed that for this technology. We're still keeping the population at a stable rate. Are we producing biobots? We've got 7 queued up there, we've got 6 queued up there, and we have shifts going around the clock. We want to make sure we're churning out as many as we can. How we look? We're still about 30 short. I might actually increase the production of people. We could stick down another drone assembler over here and really speed things along. Okay, research seems to be completed. Did this open up new research? Let's check that beforehand. Nope, we're good. Okay, Inner Light, learning to dream.
Security officer.
Okay, children can be taught to be dreamers. Okay, that might be a problem. We don't have any children. Effect, the dreamer trait can be taught in schools. Well, that's cool. The abrupt wake up
of the dreamers.
Okay, effect. Colonists with the dreamer trait can be cured in the sanatorium. Okay, that's great. Right, so, hint. The number of dreamers strengthens the mirages. Hint, children of dreamers have a better chance to be born dreamers. Oh, we're not going back and having more kids. No. We've already sorted the child problem. Effect. A genius colonist has been added to the applicant pool. We don't have applicants. We set up the games that we're only allowed to bring in 1 set. Does that mean we're done with that storyline? Because we're never going to have dreamers. All the dreamers are potentially over here somewhere. And let's just say they're not going to make it to dreamerhood or adulthood or whatever. Damn it. Okay, this is pretty cool. Not the build. We're just chucking down more power because, well, we can. No, what's cool about this is there's a technology you can research. Construction nanites. Buildings construct themselves slowly without drones. Nanites will seek out resources from nearby resource deposits. So if we unpause this, you can see the little thingies building up there. When I first did this, I was like, what the hell is happening? And then all of a sudden, they magically start to build themselves. Yes, there we go. Look at that. It's like they're just like there's not enough bots to do this fast enough, but you could mass produce a whole bunch of stuff really quickly. And then all I gotta do is make sure that we increase the service area on these sufficiently. Don't want any of these not getting fully cleaned.
Colonist has died.
This should solve any research problems we have. After that, we might even just be able to get rid of researchers.
A colonist has died.
Yeah, I
We have
know.
a delivery on the space elevator.
That's probably some more gears or machine parts. We're going to need them. Might actually have to buy some more concrete. These things take 2.6 concrete apiece.
A colonist has died.
Nah, we'll be fine. We've got this thing chugging away. We should probably improve that as well. You know what? Upgrade that too. Might as well get more concrete in. Our next thing that's come through is a survey offer. They can find a new metal deposit for us. Metals and rare metals. Yeah, sure. They're asking $1 billion.
A colonist has died.
We got 60 of those. We don't really care, to be honest. In fact, we don't even care about the deposits either, but we'll just do it to say we've done it. Did they actually find anything? Yep, never mind. Can't see it. Okay, the mysterious mirages. Remaining duration unknown. Well, that's wonderful. Inner light, fleeting reality.
Sit comfortably.
Okay, basically
The
they're giving
watcher
us
senses
story
your
stuff.
approach. Later
Yes,
that day,
whatever. Jump in
you
front
stand next
and
to the
telepathically
watcher
project. You keep it to
as
yourself
he
and
gives
wait
a
for a better
speech
time to
before
act.
the Chamber of Labor.
Maybe I should have read this stuff instead of just hitting skip. So basically, I can do this thing where I jump out in front and telepathically project a message and probably suffer for it. Nah, keep it to myself. Wait for a better time to act. Okay, we'll wake up and worry about whatever that was later. Okay, what's microgravity medicine complete? That's another chunk of research. If we check under here, our research buildings are actually competing with our excess power, which is impressive. That's got a weird optical thing going on there that's messing with my brain. It's gotten so bad with the amount of resources it takes to build that I'm importing concrete consistently just to keep up. But hey, at least it's cheap. It's like $250 million for 80 concrete. Who cares? We could just start extracting the concrete even more from the deposits, but this thing's generating enough of it. It's fine.
We have a delivery on the space elevator.
Plus, once those wind turbines are done, we're going to be done with the concrete. Wait, treasure hunt? What's treasure hunt? Following a signal of exact mathematical sequences, the expedition has discovered a tiny probe buried in the sand. When approached, the probe projected a message of complex ciphers and codes. It's definitely something of human origin, no alien there. For better or worse, but questions still remain. Who put it there? What is the message? What is the purpose of all this? Effect. A new technology has been revealed. The cipher. Research it to decode the signal's meaning. Interesting. Okay, in that case. Yep, so that's why we ran out of breakthroughs. Okay, ciphers. Story bits, 5,000 research points. That'll be done in no time. In the meantime, we'll just, I suppose, research the rest of this junk. There's so much stuff here that's useless. Like, we don't need an arcology for more living space. We don't need logi fungi because we don't use fungi. We don't need compact passenger modules because, well, we don't have passenger rockets anymore. Yeah, we'll let you guys keep going. And where was I? Oh, yes. Project Blue Sky. Send 3 scientists. Go for it. We've knocked out most of those in the background. None of them are going to lead to breakthroughs. They're all just sciencey stuff and things like that. Okay, completing the research. Treasure hunt. It's a map. Effect. A new planetary anomaly has been discovered. X marks the spot. Send an expedition to the coordinates. Okay. Wait, I gotta land one of these. Okay, you have passengers. You have... Oh. Yep, I have 2 rockets with passengers. Fine, I'll land you. Damn it. I should really figure out some way of landing 2 rockets at a time for refueling. Okay, rocket refueled, ready to go. Let's find out what this X marks the spot is. Send an expedition. Requires 3 people and an Earth sea transport. Go for it.
We have a delivery on the space elevator.
Also, we're still buying in concrete because we... And oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What am I doing? That needs to be rotated around. It's facing the wrong direction. I figure we could put that over there and have 2 rocket landing pods. I kind of like to keep them here because there's a shorter round trip to here. They can basically access all 3 of these domes quite easily. And we could usually launch them and land them in fast enough succession that it's not too big of a deal. Come on, you. Done. Treasure hunt. Your attention is required. The expedition has landed on the mysterious coordinates. Even before the dust has settled, the visual telemetry shows a distinct cubical shape not far from the landing zone. It becomes apparent that the cube is made of Martian concrete, not like the one you've been using for so long. There are no doors or any other protrusions, but after circling around the structure, the expedition discovers a distinct red circular shape that suspiciously looks like a big red button. What? Yeah, we're going to press the button. The ground trembles as the walls of the building sink down to reveal a large metal container wrapped with a colourful paper and red ribbons. When opened, it reveals precious contents. Food. And not just any kind of food, but delicious products, which cannot be found on Mars otherwise, all well preserved in polymer foam. The colony would have quite the feast, to be sure. The expedition will return with 100 food. All colonists gain 20 morale for 10 sols. Okay, that is a thing that happened. How much food do we have again? 1,000. Yeah, I think we're good. We have this place over here going potatoes, giant potatoes, and then clover. Clover refreshes the soil quality by 40%. Giant potatoes decrease it by 10%. And we just have them rotating round and round and round. And over here we got potatoes, and over here we got potatoes. And over here we haven't actually done... Oh, you know what? We can turn this one off, I think. There's no point having this. Nope. You're good. We're going to power you off. Now, we do have options for... There's actually better foods that have showed up than potatoes, technically, but no, we're not going to grow them. Because this is a potato-only colony, and anyone who disagrees, WOO treatment for the lot of them. All right.
Great dust storm approaching.
Okay. I should probably get those rockets launched and landed then. In fact, the only thing left are capture meteors, which we've done before. It just causes a meteor shower for a while. We don't care about that. High-speed comm satellite and launch a SETI satellite, which is now down to 1.7 billion it gives us. Whereas the high-speed comms will give us an extra 200 science per day forever. I mean, it's not nothing, but considering we're getting 5,000 science just from excess power, not really that necessary now, is it? Our training location has become... well, a little bit loaded. As you can see, there is a lot of biobots going through getting specializations. Also, the sanatorium is pretty packed as well. We've had to move to 3-day shifts or 3-shift schedules, so first, second, and third shifts are all wide open. We got rid of the school because it was no longer necessary and replaced it with another university. everything's actually going along quite nicely. In fact, we're going to be filled out on all of our needs, and we've stopped producing biobots. We don't need them anymore. I think we're good. I think it's just a case of maxing out maybe on science or increasing science, and that's about it. I think I missed a tornado going through our wind farm. Oopsie. Okay, you shouldn't really be able to build your wind farms this close together. I probably should have spread them out, but you know, those whole tribo-electric scrubbers, they, you know, work better if you have a whole bunch of things in range of them. It saves a lot of cash. How about you? You are good, and you are ready to land with 100 passengers. Yeah, you grant 3 passengers and 100 food. I have nowhere to store that food. We already have way too much on it because of our farms. One of the great things about a dust storm now is it cranks up the power output of all the wind turbines. Almost doubles them. So when that happens, it actually increases our research to the point where it's out-researching our buildings. All because of that silly tech. What is it? Superconducting computer converts all unused power into research points. Yes, wind turbines with a breakthrough are just terrifying. It doesn't even cost anything to upgrade them. You can get this polymer blades upgrade, but it costs polymers. No, I'm not bothered. It costs a bunch of polymers, and we don't really have enough of those. So I have started getting my hands on these larger storage modules. I think it might be an idea to put down one of each of them here. For example, polymers can go in here as well. And we'll also put in one for, well, everything. Oh, come on. Not another one. This is going to be really expensive. Why don't you shut off? Oh, it's going back around.
A colonist has died.
Yeah, you can just see where it just went right through here and basically massacred everything. And it's decided to do donuts in the middle of it. Thank you so much. I think it also killed the drone commander at some point, did it?
Research complete.
Yep. We've made it the highest priority though, so it should get repaired before the bots, you know, run out of juice. And once it's repaired, the bots can get around to doing everything. That's expensive. There's no way to stop those dust devils either. Oh, but just look at that. It just basically... Nope, it's fine. We have plenty of production and loads of cash. We're sorted. I really feel like I should have done maybe like a weather check or something. We're going to need more gear production, aren't we? I've made a few changes, though, to make things better. One, these tribo-electric scrubbers are now high priority. The wind turbines are lower priority. That means they fix the tribo-electric scrubbers first, because what I found was happening was they were repairing some of these, leaving the tribo-electric scrubbers until I got to them, which caused others to go into maintenance mode, which required more repairs and slowed everything down. Also, I've decided to get rid of the last of our non-biomechanical humans. Discovered that biomechanical humans can't become middle-aged. So by making sure that all the middle-aged people went here as well, under ages, that means we're only left with adults. And since at this point the only people left are the only people who aren't the only adults left are biorobots. Everyone younger than that or everyone older than that was fleshy. So problem solved. I don't know what that's going to do to the project complete high speed. Yeah, don't care about that. I wonder what that will do to the mission, though. I think we can still get dreamers. I just don't think we get a lot of them when it comes to the biobots. For example, if we go in here and we give us quirks and we look up dreamers, we can see we actually have dreamers under the biobots, so we should be able to complete that mission anyway. We don't need the kids for that at all. Our next weird choice is a guru without a purpose, it seems. The guy basically has the guru trait, but doesn't actually have any other traits to pass it on with. And this guy's immortal, right? He's Martian-born guru biorobot, so he's a biorobot and will never die, which means whatever we choose for him, he will keep passing on to everyone around him from now until eternity. Talent is 1 part gift and 5 parts hard work. Okay, so basically inspiration is 95% perspiration. Some say the meaning of life is to have fun. So party animal, I'm guessing, something like that. People need someone to make them see light in the dark days. I'm going to go with like spiritual religiosity type stuff. And sometimes the answer is inside us, but we ask for advice instead. Nope. Hippie, right? That's got to be hippie. No, okay. I think this is probably like workaholic. Talent is 1 part gift and 5 parts hard work. Yeah, it's got to be workaholic. Okay. Later that day, you receive a message that warms your heart. Thank you, Commander. When you realize the answer I was looking for around me, and most importantly, inside me. I feel complete, and I find a missing piece of my own self. Waylet, he's gained the workaholic perk. Perfect. That's what we like to hear around here. That means they should start spreading it to everyone in the same dome as them. We do actually have a lot of workaholics already, but we could always do it more. More workaholics is always better. We have had to actually construct a second sanatorium. We were having problems with overloading on this when we were running at max capacity. Same with the Martian universities. You know what? We'll leave this as it is for now, and it's time to start cranking out more people. We've managed to get rid of all the squishy organics, which means we now have plenty of space to start expanding and making sure we are fully sustainable. So, you, spin it all up. We're going to want a lot of factory... Wait. Have the medics been processed yet? We still need 10 medics? Okay, fine. We will not add any more engineers until we've got all the medics sorted out. Seriously, it can't be that hard. Just crank out some. In fact, we might manually set up to have a few medics added. I just have to make sure to turn that off once we've caught up on our medic deficit. You know what? Still worth it. Don't care. Research-wise, it still pulls in a butt ton of research for us. And the maintenance cost is acceptable, considering how things have rolled out for us. We are now in full swing of people production. We've got plenty lined up to getting into their education, and, well, the sanatoriums are packed to the gills with people trying to get rid of their bad habits. So hopefully they can be replaced with workaholics. That guru should hopefully be doing a good job. It doesn't matter. Right now we're just getting to the point of fully sustainable. Over here we've got our electronics factories cranking out. We've got another electronics factory over here. Gear factory, we're not actually going through gears that much at the moment, namely because, well, yeah, our wind farm over here has decided not to get hit by any dust devils for a while. Good for you. Good for you. And it looks a little bit weird off there in the corner. It's like a weird visual illusion when you look at it. But anyway, over here we're starting to we put in a megadome or a giant dome because I think it's one of these things we're supposed to, construct a megadome. We also need to get up to 500 and 1,000 colonists, and we can't get all sponsor goals because we missed one. The one we missed was construct a dome by the end of Sol 5. We never constructed a dome. Probably should have. Would have been fairly easy, just didn't know at the time. It's not like we would have had to use the dome either. And I'm pretty sure any dome would have counted, so even one of those little mini ones, one of these, micro domes that only cost concrete and iron. We could have dismantled it afterwards. But hey, you live and you learn. Winter Wonderland, your attention is required. As you gaze at the dome glass, you witness something unexpected outside. A group of colonists in their spacesuits are having a low-gravity snowball fight. Oh, wow. It becomes a somewhat common occurrence for colonists to sneak outside of the domes and have some fun in the frost. It goes against at least half a dozen regulations, but it's been overlooked until now. If you allow recreational walks outside the dome, many colonists will gain a permanent 10 morale bonus, but may suffer an occasional injury. I want to try that. That is not safe for children. Sorry to be a killjoy, but this is too dead. Nope. Off you go. Knock yourselves out, people. If you die, we can replace you. All it costs is 5 electronics. It'll be grand. We have hit the entire end of the research tree, and due to the chaos research thing we did, Martian patents is all the way at the end, which costs 30,000 science to begin with and gives you 500 million, which is bad, because down here we've got Martian copyrights, which gives us 2 billion, 4 times as much, and it only cost 3,000 when we started. But now we just queue up a bunch of it, and every time that finishes, we get 2 billion. So that's why our money is at 73 billion, despite not exporting any rare metals at all for the last while. We're not quite at sustainable yet, but we're getting close. Damn it, I put in another electronics factory. I didn't want an electronics factory. What I wanted was machine parts factory. Give me another one of those. And in fact, give me 2 of them. And maybe a couple of more apartment complexes. I'm also going to need to start putting in a few more services. What I've discovered is services start to max out after a while. For example, you can see this one has 5 of 8 inside, 2 of 8. This one was 8 of 8 constantly, pretty much. The diner was also maxing out, so you kind of ended up having to put in a second diner, and remember to upgrade them to service pots, just to make sure everything was processed. For example, if we go over to this engineering section over here, we can check on the Logi amusement park, and we can see it has a lifetime visitor count of 0. Like, none. That's basically no one uses it here. If we check on the spacebar, lifetime 3. Kinda low. Diner, 1,048. Medical center, 117. Grocer, 923. So what I need to do is like rip out some of these ones that are completely useless and replace them with something that people like. Casino Complex has 56 people who have gone through it. That seems incredibly low. I'm pretty sure that the gambling gets beaten out of people. So, well, okay, Logi Amusement Park can go anyway. And we'll probably put in some more grocers and another diner just to, well, make sure they've doubled down on those ones. Oh, looks like we get water increase in consumption. We don't care. Let's hope our water reserves hold up. Over here, a while ago, I put in these 2 liquid tanks. This is a subsurface heater, keeps the area around it from freezing. And then we just hooked up some water tanks to it. Oh, well, this was only a short while ago, so they haven't quite all kicked in yet. You should maybe expand out a bit. We don't really care about power consumption anymore. Power consumption is a worry for other people. We have the wind power. Oh, what the?
The note in your hand bears your name.
I don't
Your
care.
eyes
Skip.
flutter open.
Skip.
Don't you think that maybe...
Skip.
Can you please just take a moment? Look, can you please not...
Skip.
Inner light, always together.
Leah sits down beside you.
Okay, now I have to figure out something to press. Okay. So I read this, and I think it caught me up to speed. Basically, you're part of a genetically engineered race that was created to, like, mine the farms or something, and you're actually only a generation old, but they've given you this whole culture, and they pretend. But they've also got a weapon to kill you all if you get uppity. And it turns out, well, they can't fix the problems, so they're going to get rid of you because you're going to get uppity, and the way they kill you is with telepathy or something. You're like strong telepaths. So the plan is to sever telepathy with a cure. Well, the cure, it's not really a cure. It's got a 33% chance of killing you if you take it. Your options are take the cure together with Leia. I'm here with you. There's nothing to be afraid of, which means one of you's dying. It's like a 1 in 3, but if both of you take it, that's definitely the negative option. Let me the only one to take it. I can't lose you now that I've just found you. That means you probably won't die because this storyline would have to continue. And I know people who will help us refine the cure and make it safer. No need to rush now. I feel like this is the good option almost. Well, with 2 or 3. You know what? We might get caught with 3, and that might hurt. We'll do 3. See what
Finding
happens.
your sister after all these years.
Yeah. You know the right
Thought of
disillusioned
losing her
government
again
biologists.
is
Okay,
enough to
let's
break you.
hope it work. Effect. Additional dreamers are created. Wait, in the colony? 1 second. You guys, you still pumping water? Yeah. We've also installed a whole bunch of these things here. These are the gyroscopic water moisture vaporator things. They've been on pretty much the whole time. And these things over here are still on, but there's not as much demand from them anymore. Their water production goes up to a maximum of 6, but... Oh, actually, they're flat out. They got to fill those water tanks. But once the water tanks are full, the draw on those should go down an awful lot. I'm not sure where we're supposed to go from here. The only reason I'm sticking around right now is the mysterious mirages. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even sure how many dreamers we have. Well, our science dome has a fair few dreamers, and... Okay, we've got a few. It's not like there's none. It turns out robots can dream of electric sheep. Turns out you can get biobot idiots as well. So... It's actually a sexy idiot. What are you? Idiot party animal. Okay, and over here we have an idiot, just straight up. And then we have an idiot hypochondriac dreamer, Martian-born religious. Ooh, well, I would like to keep the dreamers to maybe knock out that dreamer thing, but you know what? It's fine. I'm sure there'll be more dreamers, and if not, we'll just build a few more of them. Okay, we got a dust storm going on, and I wanted to check something. Basically, how much water are we consuming? There's a minus 7.8 on this water tank, and we have disabled all of these water pumps. So we're just basically seeing how much water the whole system is draining, and it's a fair chunk. 21, 22.4, about 22.4 water. And the thing is, I'm going to let this run for the entire sandstorm. We got an entire sol of it left. I'm going to let it happen. Just to see how much water it drains out of the system. Worst case scenario, we can turn the water back on. This won't actually stop it entirely, but it will stop most of it. But I just want to make sure that we can function just entirely on these moisture vaporators. I've upgraded them to the hydroscopic coating so they can process a little bit more water, 50% production increase. It just costs some polymers, which we are now swimming in. Also, machine parts we've caught up on, and electronics we seem to be sort of flip-flopping around on. Namely because, well, electronics are required to make people, and we can make people really, really fast, which kind of results in a lot of our electronics going all of a sudden. But we don't care. We got like 100 billion in the bank. So if we really wanted to buy anything, for every 2 billion we can buy 200. So 1 billion is worth 100 electronics, which means we've got 100 multiplied by 100 electronics in storage just in case we ever need them. So, yes, thousands upon thousands. We're good. Oh, and our money's not likely to go down anytime soon. Every time we do Martian copyright, we get 2 billion. Yeah, it's still cheap enough that we're knocking out at least one a day. So, yeah, I think we're well past any sort of danger. Okay, we've been past any sort of danger zone for a while. I think this Martian copyright being this low in the tech tree is probably incredibly broken, and a benefit of the chaos techs we accidentally got. And why are you stopped? Someone want to... Yeah, someone jumpstart him. Hook him up to a car battery. Oh, and I should probably put down more recharging stations just randomly about the place, just to help out the poor bots. There you go. Have a few more. Why not? Oxygen-wise, so long as our oxygen tanks don't go below 50%, I'm not going to be concerned. And... yeah, power-wise, I think we're good, considering even in this, we produce more power during dust storms than outside of them. So yeah, everything's great. Once the dust storm has passed, our water tanks are still actually decreasing, which means, yeah, we need more water production. Alright, we'll turn these back on for now, and I'll double water production all around. This here should provide a little bit of extra oomph to our water supply. I basically want to just wean ourselves entirely off of the underground stuff as soon as possible. This is very simplistic. These things they can't be within range of each other, or they affect each other's moisture absorption, whatever. So what we've done is we've spaced them out to make sure that they're not overlapping.
Under your own bed sheets.
Yeah, whatever. Skip. Okay. With all of that up and running, we're now getting a 4.6 increase on all 3 of our major water tanks, and we are no longer drawing from ground or non-renewable sources. Finished. Might want to stick in a few extra one of these moxies to just pull down oxygen. But I think we're good. Oh, and how are we looking on this front? We still need about 30 more people. So give me 10 here. Give me another 10 over here. And find another 10 over here. Or whatever. I'll probably get 1 or 2 of them wrong. But yeah, we'll leave that off, and then that should be sustainability in place. I mean, I can see that polymers are going up, machine parts are going up, and electronics were going up until we sort of turned a bunch of them into people. But I think we're kind of sorted. Oxygen-wise, well, I think we're pretty much maxing out on oxygen production. I've stuck in a Moxie in between all of these all the way around, so that's an extra 8 Moxies online. Can they get upgrades? You know what, we'll give them some magnetic filters to make them even more awesome. And we've put down at least 1 oxygen tank for each one of them, so I think we are covered. We have sort of run out of things to do. Green circuits, going up. Fuel, perfect. Machine parts, grand. Polymers, yeah, also all in the good. Like, as long as these are above about 200, I'm happy, and right now they're at 700, 800, 900. We have no problems on that front, on any of those fronts at all. So I figured there's 2 things left to do. The first would be at about 500 population. It's one of the objectives. I'm not going up to 1,000. It's just not worth it, I think, at this point. Workshops is for people who are lazy, so no thank you. Workshops are like places where you can spend resources to keep your colonists food up or... You know what? No, it's not worth it. But to get 500 population, we would need an extra 60 people. So... 20, 40, 60. 60 people inbound. Then, while we're also doing that, we might as well knock out the last wonder. The last wonder is the artificial sun. Which, yeah, cool. We'll just stick it over here with all the other wonders. Actually, wait. I might want to make it slightly closer to... No. I'm just trying to figure out how we get the resources there. I want to make sure it's in range of one of our little drone hubs. And the resource distribution over here is all sorts of wonky because, well, I didn't really plan it that well when I was first starting out. It's much better at the other location. Now, you know what? We'll stick it right here. There's this radius around it that actually you can use solar panels in it forever and ever afterwards because it will provide, literally, artificial sunlight. We're not bothered. That would seem like an awful lot of effort for very little gain compared to the amount of power we have. Like, I mean, this is going to give us 1,000 power. Yay. But we already have 11,000 power incoming, so there's that. Also, let's just open all of these. These guys should be in range of these, yep. Which means they no longer have a maintenance cost, which doubles the electrical production from them. Over here, I have pumped oxygen into this. And these things are still degrading. So even a fully powered, oxygenated idiot dome still causes degradation on solar panels and Stirling generators. So, yep, I don't know, I presume they patched that out. And now we can get rid of the, we don't want power or water going here. Ah, this thing looks beautiful. If I recall, it takes 1,000 water to turn this on, but hey, it's right beside the water line. We have 1,500 water stored in a liquid tank over there. Should be easy peasy. Case of just turning it on. Once it's on, though, it doesn't require anything. Transportation problem, no fuel for shuttles. Oh, and we're also going to max out on shuttles again. Control plus F to construct 5 new shuttles. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, water consumption 100. Stored 200 of 1,000. Okay, power production has not actually kicked in. This just takes a boot up time. So give it another 600 water and this thing should switch on. Okay. Artificial sun online. Any solar panels inside the radius of this also stay up all the time, but hey, it's 1,000 power. It's fun, and it has no cost. Well, there's a maintenance cost. Assuming you put it in range of a triboelectric scrubber, it has no maintenance cost. But if it did have a maintenance cost, it would be 3 polymer, which is actually pretty cheap for 1,000 power. And it's relatively cost efficient to build. I probably should have built this ages ago, to be honest. It's far more cost efficient than this. But it doesn't look nearly as cool. I mean, come on. This looks really, really cool. This looks kind of half-arsed at the end of it. And why do we have a food shortage? Oh, we must have a new idiot in town. Come here. We have an idiot religious workaholic. Damn. Okay. Well, bye-bye, buddy. Yeah, that idiot filtration system is amazing. A new rocket engine has been developed by our sponsor on Earth, India. We have been offered the dubious honor of testing the first prototype. We accept or send... We accept! Of course we accept! Now, let's make sure there's a landing pad really far away from anything squishy. Maybe further away than that. Oh, actually, no, that's too many wind turbines. Oh, damn it! You know what? Over here is fine. If it kills a dome, it will be hilarious. Because of our massive hiring spree, both sanatoriums are pretty maxed right now. And our Martian universities are actually not at full capacity. How are you guys doing? You still got 8 left to produce, 8 left to produce, 7 left to produce. Alright, but once that's done, we'll have the full 500. Turns out there was a few more idiots that are getting fabricated. So, we'll take up the slack and pop in a few more into the production queue, but we should be at 500 colonists in no time at all. And 500 colonists achieved. Just not sure what to do from here. Maybe? Nope. No, cutting the oxygen supply is pointless. While we wait for the next stage of this dreamer weirdness, I'm just going to chuck in some extra water and oxygen to make sure we're fully covered. It's just it wasn't filling up the water tanks completely between dust storms. I figured a little bit extra water wouldn't hurt. One very useful hotkey is control. If you hold down the control key and left click and upgrade, it'll upgrade every single building. That actually saves a bunch of time once you figure it out. Oh, you might as well go home as well. We also now have an experimental rocket engine, which means we have 4 rockets. I'm just waiting for one of those rockets to explode. So I sent it back to Earth. We don't need them anyway. We have the space elevator, so we don't really care. In fact, we're not even sending back rare metals anymore because we're turning the rare metals into green circuits or electronics. So we've got 1,400 electronics, 1,100 machine parts, and 896 polymers. What would happen if we were to say, hold down control and just left click this? That would be, yep, that's going to be a lot of polymer blade upgrades. Let's see what that does to our power production. We're at 14,155. Oh wait, that's with the solar off. Okay, so 14,155 at night. So far, all I can tell is the power production goes up to 13.3 power from 11.4. I'm not sure it's worth the effort. It's probably more cost efficient just to build more wind turbines. Depending on how much polymer you have, I suppose. But yeah, we're going to eat through most of our polymer reserves doing this. We didn't... Like, polymer was not really vitally important for us, so we've only got 1, 2, 3 polymer production facilities. Didn't really need a lot. Hey, look who's back. It's the Dust Devil. Ow. Ow. He's also managed to take out... Yep. The drone hub. It almost looks like he started in the middle. He just spawned in there. Good job. This guy can come in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, maybe get in there a bit and... whoop. Keep moving. Take care of the drone hub. Get the drone hub up and running so we have... Oh my god. The horror. The horror. It's fine. It's fine. This is the dumbest. I think the reason the Dust Devils hit this so often is because there's no humanity nearby. If we actually had have built some of our colony stuff near here, I don't think this would happen as much. Actually, maybe we should just stick down a dome. Like, if we stick down a dome here near here, would it just discourage? Yeah, you know what? It's too late at this point. Okay, I think we're done. This thing has barely given us any extra power. It's like 2 or 3 power per wind turbine blade. And the amount of polymers that went into it is... Oh, we're down to 24 polymer. So as you can see, yeah, not worth the investment. But, you know, it's cheap. We'll just buy another 200, and we can buy 4, 6, 8. We got 173 billion. I think we may have played this the wrong way. We should really have exploited more of the resources, but it's just, we lived with bots for so long, we didn't need to do anything.
We have a
Research-wise, chaos tech can be bad, it seems, but we got pretty okay. Plus, these breakthroughs. Best breakthrough was probably superior cables. This one for instant free power cabling and stuff like that is, okay, second best. The absolute best one was extractor AI. Metal extractors and rare metal extractors can work without crews at half performance. That's just incredible because you don't need humans anymore. At that point, you can basically tap into every, like, with the combination of the infinite wires, or the infinite free wires and the infinite free piping, meant we could tap into every single metal node on the map, and then just start shipping them back home. And it cost us nothing but robot labor. We didn't need any humans, and that's what basically gave us all the money to tide us over to building all the wonders and all that stuff. Also, we knocked out a lot of achievements on this run. Ooh, not as much as we'd like. We only got 30 of 80. I'm not really an achievement guy, though. Wait a minute. Have water rain on Mars? I think some of these achievements are from the DLCs and expansions, which we do not have. You know what? Never mind. Doesn't matter. So, all in all, maybe made it just a tad too easy on ourselves. In my defense, we did crank up the base difficulty, so we gave ourselves the last arc, and I really thought Chaos Theory was going to mess us up a lot more than it did. Oh, and for basic tech, the number 1 tech is Project Mohole. The Mohole mine gives you an infinite source of metal, rare metal, and also that land filler stuff that you can convert into more concrete or whatever the hell you want. So this, absolutely essential. Once you get that, the game's effectively over. Can't die. With that much metal, you can just churn out as much mechanical parts as you want. Polymers are pretty much free. Rare metals give you electronics. Finding a balance between the amount of people and all of the grocers / diners. You need a lot of grocers and a lot of diners. Way more than you need things like Logi amusement parks or anything like that. I need to get into it in more detail, but honestly, it wasn't necessary. We were just able to throw money and robots at every single problem. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Worked out perfect. Okay, next up is Space Haven. Still going to finish X4, but Space Haven's up next because I don't think there's anything left to do on this. I did a quick sanity breakdown. The Luddite vibe, your attention is required. Okay, looks like someone's gone nuts. I really don't care if we lose the hub, but this guy is a dreamer. I'd like to keep those alive. Sanity breakdown, the Luddite vibe. The rescue team rushed in, searched the crazy colonists, and succeeded in bringing the victim out right before the structure collapsed. The colonist has been saved. Building has been destroyed. Cool, we'll just rebuild it. Does it have resources near here? No, it does not. And here's the thing. We don't need to bring anyone over to build it. All we need is to just deposit some resources nearby, and it should repair it automatically. Actually, never mind. There's 5 here. And yeah, the nanobots have gotten to replacing it. We theoretically just could have not even looked at this. And come on. Come on. And as well as that, well, that's another thing. These drones, you get 6 drones every time you build a drone hub. So if you do not have the drone fabricators, or the drone assemblers, but you do have the option to build drone hubs. You can just build drone hubs and get 6 free drones. Well, actually, there's tech. I think you start with 4 normally, and you get an extra 2 if you get a tech. But yeah, if you need drones in a hurry, instead of importing them in, you can do it that way. The game's pretty fun and casual, and you sort of, well, you kind of let it hum along, almost half paying attention. It's one of those type of games. Also, I was been advised the whole thing of scouting at the whole map at first. You're not supposed to do that. People were wondering how many hours it took me. Like, not as many as you'd think. I just left it on fastest for pretty much all the time. I wish there was a faster speed, to be honest, with the way I was playing it. Little outcroppings like this are perfect once you get enough power. And the other final piece of any puzzle is these things. Triboelectric scrubbers combined with the mohole mile, and you never have to worry about pretty much anything. It effectively gets you to the end game. Hey, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed our surviving Mars, and good luck.